Testing. Voice check. I don't know if I'm audible or not, and I suspect not. I'll just check the recording. No, okay, that won't be an option. Alright, testing again. Okay, we do have audio after all. Fantastic. Right, well, welcome everyone to Dirdle Plays Magic the Gathering Arena. A long time ago I played Magic the Gathering, but then I grew to hate it and stopped. But I figured I'd give this a try. Like, I'll see if I can lower my standards a little, considering that it's an actual video game now rather than Modo, which was special. Where by special I mean shit. Yeah, so I don't really know how any of this works, but it looks like it could potentially be fun. Looks like there's multiple different kinds of currency. Ah, right, okay, it's the free-to-play currency and the premium currency, gotcha. There are voices. Yeah, I think there are, aren't there? Let's just drop them down to almost nothing. The music's actually decent. Obviously. Can't imagine Magic the Gathering needs so much graphical fidelity. You know, it probably does. So, what happens if we just, like... Oh. Oh, okay. So that's not like free mode, that's like, play to win mode, I see. So there's only competitive modes right now, there's no like friendly games or anything. That's a shame, because it means that you actually have to try. Which means I probably need to actually go and look through all these decks and learn what cards do. But I don't really want to do that, because, to be honest, it's just going to have me yelling at Mark Rosewater and everyone involved in the creation of this game. It's not like I hate all of them. Some of them I like. So I understand these are blank, like wild cards that you can turn into other cards, but why are they showing up in this deck? Is it... Oh, okay. Is it like they have a search function on the cards in your collection, and wild cards are set to always return true? Unless they're like they only have a rarity, and everything else they just return true for. So like question is this card in this deck? It's true, it's a wild card. That would make sense, right? I mean, it wouldn't, but it's a box. Oh no, hold on. There is a very skinny robot carrying the box. I thought the robot was the box. Tap, untapped artifacts. That is a lot of effort to go through to draw a card. That's a lot of effort to go through to draw a card. But on the other hand, it is a squire for 1 mana in colourless. Like, what? It used to be that you could get that in, like, green got one of those. There was an elf. I think white, just to be like, fuck you to squire. Okay, boring neural net design. Chief of Compliance. So I guess what I want to do is open some of the packs that you apparently get. Oh wow, you get a lot. Or do you only get a certain number total and you have to pick which ones you want? Because I don't know jack shit about any of these sets. This girl looks pretty steampunk. Gotta admit, I like steampunk. This girl has a cool hairdo. Can't really argue with that. Is that a lizard or a cat? Or a unicorn? No, I think that's part of his headgear. It's gotta be Egyptian, right? That was the whole let's pretend to be Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Do things come into pairs now rather than... Yeah, they do, don't they? So it's this and this, this and this... No, wait. Aether Revolt in Bangladesh? Surely that would... It's always the second set that has the weird name, and the first one's just the name of the plane. They've changed a lot, guys, they've changed a lot. Boom. Hell yeah, cards. Lingering Phantom. Historic. Legendary Artifact, Saga or Enchantment. I guess a Saga is a subtype, or a super type. Well, fuck it, it's just a new card type. A Planeswalker. Except dumb. It's gotta be a subtype or super. No, it's gotta be a subtype, right? They wouldn't add a super type. That'd be too good with. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Put up to 1 target legendary sorcery. You can only cast legendary sorcery if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. That's a shit mechanic. Why does that exist? And it's... what the fuck? So I've got to get a legend into play and keep it in play long enough to cast this spell, and my reward for doing that is... just... God, I hope you like me compared to all the other streamers raving about this. I'm just here to bitch. Trust me. Oh, okay, it seems like we do get literally 3 of everything. Well, let's get cracking then. The Eldest Reborn. How is it? What the? Okay, so after your draws, what? Okay, so you don't cast it. It like, oh, it's an enchantment, right? Okay, interesting layout. So you cast it, and then it sticks around, and then it gathers counters, and I guess when you get N counters on it, it does N. It does the thing that's this next to N, like level up, but it happens automatically. And why the fuck is it after your draw step? Did they remove the upkeep? Tell me honestly, chat. Did they remove the upkeep because it was too complicated for idiots? Because I can quit this again. Like right now. We can do that. Is that a penis? No, okay, it's a sword. Being held with like telekinesis or something. I'm just saying, like at card art style, that sword starts in a very suggestive place. And, oh, you know, maybe there's a certain amount of like connotation to a like edgy looking. Oh my god! It looks like that weapon from Path of Exile, Relentless Fury, like Keyblade Axe. Hell yeah, dual lands. Those are always amazing. I like the art actually. That is really good art for Clifftop Retreat. Credit to them. They've got the hang of doing dual lands that are more than just put two different kinds of terrain feature on this art. That's cool. That's like a mountain that's been carved into an angel. Yeah? Like Mount Rushmore. Is Mount Rushmore white-red? I would say it's just white-white, because it's kind of a fascist thing, isn't it? You know, having a big old statue of your best people. I guess it is technically a mountain, physically speaking. So logically it would be white-red by the logic of this card. Anyway, so if this gets me... Okay, so this gets me to sacrifice right away, without any bullshit, without me having to control any other legends or anything. And then they discard a card, whatever. And then I get the creature back anyway. So that's just better than the rare I got in the last pack. Why would I ever use the rare instead of this? Come on, Yawgmoth. I remember when Yawgmoth was badass. And OP. Like, the reason I'm not talking about these ones is because common design is so fucking boring no one could possibly give a shit. My apologies to Wizards of the Coast if you're watching. I really hope you're not watching. Please don't watch. Yeah, like, yeah, all of these could be designed. What the fuck? Unwind is back. What the? You can't bring back the untapped. What the fuck? Okay, that was a surprise. I guess it's non-creature spells only, but you know, I'll take a free negate. Yeah, that's good. Oh man, what if combo? But you can't do bullshit combo decks because it's a counter spell, so there has to be another spell to. Clever bastards! Got me before I even got started. Primeval's glorious rebirth. Oh my god, are they Power Rangers? Aren't these supposed to be the Elder Dragons? I would assume so. There's 5 of them, and they have massive fucking wings. This is a very sweary stream, by the way. Not suitable for minors. Again, my apologies to the Wizards of the Coast marketing department. Stop making Lee Dinosaurs and Pirates set. Ebin. Turn all legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, that would work in a very specific deck. Wait, no, it's 7 mana and controlling a legend? Can't you just get, like... Isn't there an Open the Vault or white one that does all artifacts and enchantments in your graveyard? Without the whole legend thing? That would be better. Well, let's keep going. Kaladesh, what was your deal? Cheap and mediocre equipments. Fabricate. When it enters the battlefield, it gets bigger, or you get more dudes. Alright, that's a decent mechanic. Yeah, I can see that that's a choice. I mean, it's not necessarily a choice because you're going to design your deck around always doing one or always doing the other, but it's in limited, it'd be a good choice. You get Zap Zap. Tap, pay Zap. Oh my god, I'm glad I decided to call this Zap and not some other stupid name. You get Zap Zap. Tap, pay Zap, add 1 mana of any colour. So it's like it has counters on it, except it doesn't have counters. You have the counters on you. So it's a thing like poison counters. Gotcha. It's good that you can figure this whole game out from the cards, because otherwise I'd never know what I'm doing. Cultivator's Caravan. Crew. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 3 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end. Oh, it has power and toughness, but it's not a creature, so it can't attack, or block, or do any other creaturey things, unless you crew it. That makes a lot of sense. But you can use its ability to add mana of any colour. Yeah, alright, so it's like a you know, it settles down in one place, and then you crew it, and it can go somewhere else, like their face. Also, again with the slightly phallic imagery, with this great big rod here, and the balls back. Again, I should emphasise this is not a serious stream. This is a stream for morons. Still, I mean, an all-mana monolith with 3 mana, and then later on it can attack, gaining you 2 more power than you would otherwise have. Alright, okay. That is actually a good mechanic. I think that one came up in the GDS3, didn't it? I know what that one does. My brain is not entirely in gear, or even present. I don't know. There's a lot of steampunk aesthetic here, but I'm not getting a steampunk feel. Oh man, I'm working hard not to end up hyped for the Mortal Engines movie, but it's happening. Spark of Creativity. Exile top card of your library may have deal damage to that creature equal to the exiled card's converted mana cost. If you don't, you may play that card until end of turn. Huh. I like that. I like what's going on there. Gunti, Lord of Luxury. Its text is too fucking large. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom of that library in random order. Can I like see the full text, please? I guess not. Please? Like, is there any way to view just card text? Is this a settings thing? God, the card names in this game bother me. This one was always good. And more wild cards, I guess that's good. Inspiring advantage in this battlefield tap unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Alright, I'm getting a lot of red-white duels. Maybe I'm being pushed into the red-white deck. Wow, the white card that makes 2 tokens. Good thing they need to keep renaming the tokens every couple of years, or people will just keep using the same cards and not buy new ones. Oh man, this is going to be a bitter, salty stream, guys. I hope you're in it for the, Okay, this is another fabricator. But what? What? I guess you're doing the fabricating with this one. Zap zap. Wasn't this one like had a different name the other day? I really hope there's a card called Die Young. And another card called Beautiful Corpse. Beautiful Corpse wouldn't even really make sense, would it? You can't really represent corpses in Magic because dead things are in your graveyard, and living things... I guess it could be a zombie. Alright, it's a big dude that doesn't do anything unless you have tons of other dudes. Rishkar, Pima Renegade. The fuck's a Pima? Pima! Ah yes, the noble Pima! Man, I hope no one watching this stream takes this game seriously. Possible for each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature controlled with a counter on it has tap, add green. Oh, that's interesting. That would work with other counters. Which would make things interesting, hypothetically. Not that there's... I mean, it's either going to be +1/+1 counters, -1/-1 counters, or random doodad counters. And the latter two aren't all that common. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Okay, thanks for the little flavourful note at the start of that reminder text. Not strictly necessary. After you've done activating mana... Isn't that just convoke but artifacts? Okay. Implement of improvement. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's a spell bomb. No, it's a slightly cheaper spell bomb. Yep, that is a dude. Gotta keep printing vanilla dudes, even in non-core sets. Ooh. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you get zap. At the beginning of upkeep, you may pay zap. If you do, draw also Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Okay, they keyworded that. Spire Patrol. Tap target creature and controls. Alright, twice. Champion Zap. Okay, so it's a theme of these ones that are like, you get Zap, you may pay Zap. I should note that these booster packs, the like small ones in the MtGA, are much closer to what I would consider the correct ratio of cards in a booster pack. A rare, 2 uncommons, 5 commons. I feel like there are just too many slotting commons in Physical Magic the Gathering booster pack. Like, maybe only by 1 or 2, but like uncommons are where all the interesting draft around this, play this a lot in limited, maybe playing constructed is. Commons are just, they used to be good, but ho ho ho, zap. No, that's too many zaps. Zap. And you can pay zap, so pump it. Man, that would be really, really irritating to keep track of in Paper Magic. It's the kind of design I sort of appreciate, but it's not a good idea, really, just too hard to do. Universal Solvent, isn't that water? Ah yes, the old removal spell that you play on turn 1 and can't use until turn 7. Oh, why is this card grey? I mean, apart from being terrible. Keep going. Ooh, a rare wild card. Spicy. Why would you create multiple hexproof? What kind of monster thinks that hexproof is something that should happen? Ugh. Oh. Alright, I like the art. Although, I mean, Stomp and Howl is a better card. It's gonna get you. Oh, it's playing like piratey music because I'm doing the Pirates set. I see. See, I'm paying attention. I'm good at this game. I want to see the full... Is this... I don't know if it's a bug or if it's a known thing. Spend mana as though mana of any colour, I guess. Settings, graphics. If I try changing that to... like... fuck it. Didn't actually do anything, did it? Very funny. My screen can actually do that, so stop being a little bitch and change the graphics settings. Please. Oh good, now it's ugly as fuck. guess maybe those higher level settings aren't actually implemented yet, and it just lists them for fun. Oh, transform cards. Yeah, those were a good mechanic. Draw a card, then exile a card from your hand. Cards with 5 or more different converted mana costs exile with Azel's Gateway. Gain 5 life, untap Azel's Gateway and transform it. Add X mana of any one colour where X is your life total. I mean, it sounds exciting, and it's mythic, so I guess it's supposed to be exciting. But by the time you get that online, which earliest is once in turn 3, once in turn 4, once in turn 5, once in turn 6, once in turn 7. By turn 8, firstly, your life levels are probably be less than 10. Probably less than 7. Still, it'd be cool to untap it with Unwind or whatever it's called. Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing for the rest of the game. Oh, well, that's convenient. Does that? I assume it affects the card itself. That's just that's not really a cool mechanic, to be honest. It's boring. Like, there's just not interesting ways. Like, it's off forever and then it's on forever. Colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sacrifice this, add one mana. Okay, so Eldrazi spawn, but they're artifacts. And any color. Man, I hope you weren't looking for me playing games, because this is taking forever. When a creature you control becomes a target of a spell or creature opponent controls, you can draw a card. What? Maybe that's better than it's given credit for. Removal isn't exactly uncommon. No, that can't be good. You're paying a card to maybe get some cards if your opponent is very polite. Classic effect. Classically heavy mana cost. 4/4 human pirate. I guess they're just really, really, really good at pirating. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, looter. Remember when looter was something you could actually have? I personally think looting is good. Almost as good as scrying in terms of making the game just more fun. Oh man, that's an even worse looter. Hour of devastation. Maybe good. Cycle lands, that's always nice. Players can't get counters. Ah, but Zap wasn't a counter, was it? Nor was the city's blessing. So was there like poison in this set? Or was it just being complete and back compatible? Okay, it's a filter land, not a very good one. Swarm intelligence. Oh man! Oh, do I have to do it? Do I have to do it the worm deck? Oh, I might have to do it. With like shit tons of insects. Ah, and it would be black, blue, green as well. It would be bug. It'd be a bug deck. I might have to do it, guys. I might have to do the Skitter-themed deck. For fuck's sake. Okay, set naming card. All creatures lose indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Each creature and each non-bolus planeswalker. Lol. That just seems a bit artificial, to be honest. Why not just make it each planeswalker? Doesn't really matter that much that it's Nicol Bolas doing it. Oh well, I guess if it's your flagship card for the set. All creatures lose indestructible. This is what happens when you replace a good mechanic like Regenerate with a boring mechanic like Indestructible. Can't be regenerated. Cool and flavorful. They lose indestructible. What does that even mean? Alright, we're almost done. Aftermath? Explain? It can't explain because it's on the other side of the cup. I'm mad. I wanted to know what that mechanic did, but it's impossible, I guess. Maybe I should just spend the entire first day reporting bugs. Cycling duel, it's fine. A lot of desert lands. Okay, it's the Abyss, but it costs 7 mana. And they get the option... Well, no, they don't. I don't know, 7 mana for the Abyss seems pretty weak. Could be good once it is in play, but I got 7 mana. You're dead by that point. Game's over. Yeah, alright, alright. That is so much better. Why didn't it just wasn't like that before? Wow, that guy is spiky. That's like a big mana wall. Okay. So I don't have any way to actually like create like to find out what these mechanics do, except to go and minimize the thing and look them up on Gatherer, I guess. Why's this grey? In deck. Collected. Ah, okay, I don't have Sensor. So put it in the starter deck even though I don't have it? Bit rude. Bit rude. I guess it's to get you to actually use the wild cards, otherwise you just stick them forever, wouldn't you? I do have plenty of common wild cards, so I guess I can afford a couple. Opt. Yeah, it seems like this thing's going to be generically useful in a whole bunch of decks. Damn, it's brutal they're making you use like... There we go. Oh no, I had 2 and it... The fuck? No, okay, I turned 2 wild cards into 2. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. See you in a bit. Alright, I've had my coffee and I feel great. Just kidding. I'm still bitter as fuck. Salty as the sea. What kind of person puts coral eel in a starter deck? There's 3 of them and they have different names! I'm trying not to get too miffed, but this is supposedly a control deck. See the word manipulation? I mean, this guy is just strictly better. Huh. But I already had one. What the hell? The first problem is, I'm not sure what my inputs are actually doing. Yeah? This is a serious problem. Like, here's the total collection. Is there any other way to view it? Like, zoom out? Or... No. Can I just not do it? I don't delete the new. Okay, new deck. Delete. Okay, so presumably that. So, okay, a deck must be a list of cards you want to use together, right? And the collection is all the cards you have. So far, so sensible. And for some reason, you're given a bunch of suggested starting decks, which simultaneously manage to be trash and incomplete. Like, I could imagine, like, I can understand giving you like some starter decks that are just kind of crappy. Wizards have always done that with starter decks. That's like par for the course. And I can understand giving you some starter decks that are incomplete, like, oh, just buy 1 or 2 cards to finish a deck, you know, 10 people in. Like, you're giving the game away for free, like the actual game. So, you know, you do buy the cards. That's how Magic the Gathering works. But at the same time, like, I do not like giving you like decks that are trash and it's just rude. That's saying we couldn't even be bothered to rewrite this deck list to use the crappy cards you have. Right, so what if I just want to... No. So why is Sensor still here? Eh? This isn't showing all the blue cards in the collection, is it? Okay, so this thing on the left is just all the cards that I have, right? Filtered in order to... filtered by which ones might go in the deck. Right, okay, so the grayed out effect is you can't put another one of these in the deck because you don't have it. Okay, so I kind of wasted my time getting more opts, right? And these shitty Coromorphos weren't in the deck. I just thought they were. Okay, so I have 2 Essence Scatters in this deck, and if I wanted 3, I'd have to go with more. It'd be nice if it told you these things, but I suppose I can understand why they don't. So I can put 2 more opts in the deck. Right, I can have 4 opt. Probably not completely optimal. Optimal? I'm gonna kill myself. Embalmed, exiles. Oh, can I look up what Aftermath does? No, because it's still on the second half of the... No, don't put it in the deck. Flip it. Look at the other side. You're amusing me, game. Okay, so unlike usual split cards, these aren't X and Y, these are X2Y. Some of them are a bit silly, like a much more consigned to oblivion is a common phrase outside of fantasy fiction. Wow, brutal. Also, wasn't this guy from the Mummy movie? What I've always wanted them to do with the split cards is to reprint like half of them but put into another split card. I guess you can't do that now that you've got this Aftermath mechanic doing some completely ambiguous thing which we can never tell what it is. Maybe what I should do is go and look it up using Google. This is embarrassing. This is a travesty. I still have Gatherer in my search setup. Why would you not search the text by default, Gatherer? Oh, they were printed in a really weird way as well. Oh. Okay, it's like half split card, half flashback. You do the one thing and then you flashback the other thing. Hence X to Y. Well, I'm glad that was easy to understand once you got over the fact that this is a shitty client. Because they couldn't make a good one. And clearly they gave up. No. Doesn't seem very good. I can imagine that being good, but... Let's see if this is a known bug. Maybe there'll be a... No, I don't really want to look at... I want to see if it's a known one. MtGA known bugs. It's a good thing you can just Google everything these days. Oh wow, that is a long list of known issues. That's what I was looking at. Supreme Will. MtGA text over too large. Text does not fit hint card. No. Alright, looks like we did our job and found a new bug. Some graphical setting, maybe, is what's causing it. We drop the full screen. Nope. Switch the whole quality back to low. Nope. Custom? Ah. What the fuck? What are you using shadows, motion blur, and ambient occlusion for? Did they code this in Unity? Is no, it would have come up at the start screen or something. But did they use like an existing 3D video game engine to code the Magic the Gathering client? I think they did. And that's why there's still a bunch of options that don't make any sense. I mean, maybe I'm just not paying attention. Shadows can be pretty subtle. I'm not seeing any. That's because they were turned off, isn't it? It doesn't tell you what they are when they're on different settings. Let's turn everything on. See, what I want is the ability to see the text. Alright, let's go to the collection and find. See, these ones all have loads of text and it's visible. And then certain specific ones, like baffling end, I guess. Look. You exile a little dude, and then when it dies, they get a medium dude. And it's sort of implied that the medium dude ate the little dude while they were exiled. What a bug. Documents MtG reported issues. I'm not seeing anything about this issue already existing. Oh yeah, we're submitting bug reports. This is what everyone on Twitch wants to see. Well, there's always one thing that's worth trying that we haven't tried yet.